Welcome, Aries, both my longtime fiery friends and those of you stumbling onto Zodiac Talks Tarot for the first time. If you've ever felt like you were born for something bigger, you're exactly where you need to be. As someone who has spent years diving deep into the currents of astrology, human psychology, and the timeless truths of Buddhist philosophy, I can tell you this much: Aries isn't just a zodiac sign, it's a living, breathing symbol of bold initiation. You are, in many ways, the chosen ones of the zodiac. The pioneers, the first to leap when others hesitate. And in this year of triumph 2025, originality isn't just a nice idea, it's the key to everything you want to unlock. Now, I know the word retrograde tends to send folks running for the hills, or at least double-checking their Wi-Fi connection, but let me break it down. With Neptune, Saturn, and Chiron all doing their cosmic backward dance, most signs will be slowing down, second-guessing themselves. But Aries? You see a retrograde, and it's like a green light in disguise. These aren't roadblocks for you, they're cosmic reminders to sharpen your vision and cut through the noise. It's kind of like when everyone's panicking in a group project, and Aries shows up like, "Fine, I'll do it myself." Classic. Let me share a bit of personal truth, because theory is great, but lived experience is better. Years ago, I decided to upgrade my camera. It wasn't cheap, and honestly, it felt like a risk. But it paid off, big time. Not because the camera made me better, but because believing in that investment shifted something inside me. Aries, that's your superpower this week. You're entering a season where taking smart stretches, investing in what genuinely elevates your craft, your business, your confidence, is the move. Not wild gambles. Not reckless leaps. Think CEO with a heart. Think of it as betting on yourself, without betting the whole house. In the Buddhist sense, this is what we call right action, moving with intention, not impulse. And yes, I know that for Aries, impulse is basically your middle name, but that's the growth edge here. You don't need to force it. When you embody your purpose instead of chasing it, the universe has a funny way of meeting you halfway. And trust me, it's a much better deal than waiting for some cosmic lottery ticket. So here's your reminder: you're meant for more, and this week, even one brave, strategic shift might be the key that unlocks everything you've been waiting for. Let me tell you a quick story, Aries, and no, this isn't one of those mystical guru tales where I disappear into the mountains and return with enlightenment in a mason jar. Years ago, I decided to upgrade my camera. It wasn't exactly cheap, in fact, it cost me enough to make my wallet stage a silent protest. But that single decision changed everything for me. Not because the camera magically transformed my skills, but because making that investment forced me to level up. It wasn't about the gadget, it was about the mindset shift. Sometimes, believing in yourself actually costs you just enough to make you rise to the occasion. That, my fiery friends, is what I call a wise stretch. Not a reckless gamble. It's faith in motion, the kind of leap the chosen ones, yes, that includes you, are wired for in this year of triumph 2025. Now, let's talk about love. Or, let's be honest, let's talk about why you've been tolerating relationships that feel more like signing a rental agreement than sharing a soul connection. Aries, you weren't born to settle for meh. You're the zodiac's trailblazer, not its doormat. This is your cosmic wake-up call. The year of triumph 2025 demands better. Between now and October, the universe might just drop a genuine, clear, no-nonsense connection right in your path, if you've made room for it. But here's the catch. You've got to stop holding on to people, patterns, or comfort zones that keep your heart on layaway. Remember, the chosen ones don't beg for breadcrumbs. They magnetize the banquet. And speaking of comebacks, let's address the big, bad Mercury retrograde. Look, I've studied enough astrology charts in my life to know that Mercury retrograde gets a worse rap than it deserves. It's not here to haunt you or scramble your Wi-Fi, it's here to hand you a cosmic do-over. That old project you shoved in a drawer? Dust it off. That half-finished dream you talked yourself out of? Revive it. Right now, your originality combined with perfect timing could be a recipe for breakthrough success. And don't be surprised if air signs, those quick-witted communicators, pop up in love or business, nudging you toward fresh opportunities. Sometimes, the best fresh start isn't a brand new project. It's a brilliant restart with the kind of passion only Aries can bring to the table. So, Aries, if you hear the universe calling, it's not a prank. It's your starting line. Let me lay it out straight, Aries, you're about to hit one of those busy seasons that astrologers like me don't sugarcoat. And honestly, you'll want to lean in, not run for the hills. This isn't just busy for the sake of busy, this is breakthrough busy. You're entering a phase where hustle meets divine timing. Think of it as cosmic CrossFit, it'll stretch you, challenge you, maybe even make you question your life choices on a Monday morning, but it's all gearing you up for the next level. Now, about that devil card, yeah, it's been popping up in readings across the board like an uninvited guest at every Zodiac party. But here's the deal, it's a universal heads up to shake off those hidden control patterns, the ones that sneak in when you're not looking. Old fears, toxic habits, self-sabotage disguised as playing it safe, this is your cue to throw them a farewell party, Aries style. And if something or someone is trying to control you, oh, they're about to get served a full course of Aries realness. Self-examination now equals freedom later. Trust me, I've seen it play out in countless charts over the years. Now, let's talk about love and movement. Sometimes the universe plays matchmaker in the most inconvenient ways. Like when you decide to relocate, book a spontaneous trip, or finally visit that hometown you swore you'd never set foot in again. Suddenly, opportunities, in love or life, show up with better timing than your neighbor borrowing your Wi-Fi. With Jupiter dancing through Cancer, don't be shocked if you feel drawn back to your family roots or your heart starts whispering, hey, what if? Sometimes, the love of your life doesn't knock until you've unpacked your last moving box. Classic cosmic humor. And here's the heart of it all, Aries, you are meant for more. You didn't come into this world with a warrior's spirit just to settle for mediocrity. The year of triumph 2025 is practically screaming your name. But this isn't about chasing more from greed, it's about expanding because you've outgrown the limits you've placed on yourself. The biggest lie you've ever been sold? I'm not good enough. The biggest truth? You're a chosen one with fire in your veins and a destiny bigger than you've dared to imagine. The only ceiling that exists is the one you decide to accept. And something tells me, you're about to break right through it. Let me break it to you, Aries, your future self is basically standing on the sidelines right now, waving a giant neon flag that reads, "Let's go already." And trust me, it's not because you're behind schedule, it's because you've been revving your engine at the starting line way too long. The truth is, you don't need everything lined up perfectly before you make your move. You don't need the perfect timing, the perfect outfit, the perfect LinkedIn profile, or whatever perfection excuse your brain's cooking up this week. You just need motion, bold, unapologetic Aries motion. And if you're worried about failing, congratulations, you've just unlocked Aries' secret superpower. That jittery, what if I mess this up, energy? That's classic Aries rocket fuel. I've watched countless chosen ones like you turn fear of failure into sheer unstoppable momentum. Manifestation doesn't happen when you sit around waiting for the universe to send a handwritten invitation. It kicks in the moment your desire meets decisive action. So quit waiting. Your future self is already halfway down the road, wondering what's taking you so long. And let's talk love, because, oh boy, Neptune is out here doing the most right now. This planet's fantasy fog can make you believe your soulmate's about to bump into you in the Home Depot lumber aisle like you're starring in a Hallmark rom-com. Cute idea, but real love doesn't work like that. Sometimes, love shows up as someone from the past, or, if you're into the soul connection stuff, which, as a longtime astrologer, I've seen happen more than once, maybe even a past life connection. But here's the catch. Fantasy is only fun until you're sitting there waiting for a scripted meet cute instead of actually living your life. Real love? It's built on real action. It's about actually talking to the person, making the move, having the awkward but honest conversations, not daydreaming them into existence while swiping through TikTok. So stay open, stay grounded, and remember, love, like everything else in your life, responds to action, not imagination. Alright, Aries, let's get real. Right now, karma, fate, and action are working together like a cosmic power trio. Think of them as the spiritual Avengers, but with way fewer CGI effects and a lot more life lessons. Karma? That's your receipts from past actions, both the good and the questionable, coming around to say, remember me. But here's the kicker, even with karma in play, you've still got free will. Yep, fate may open the doors, but guess who's gotta actually walk through them? You. And no, the universe isn't going to fax you a detailed PDF of your life's master plan. I checked. The cosmic fax machine's been out of toner for centuries. You're literally writing your story every time you take a step forward, even if it's a wobbly, I have no idea what I'm doing but here goes kind of step. Sometimes, Aries, you've just got to throw yourself into the great unknown like a trust fall into your own destiny. Spoiler alert, you'll land on your feet. You always do. Now, about this whole fantasy land situation, Neptune's been stirring up some serious fog lately, making even the boldest of us second-guess reality. But with your natural fiery courage, you'll be just fine. Just remember, manifestation isn't some magical vending machine where you press a button, and your dream life pops out. It's real, but it works when you mix vision with good old-fashioned action. The energy coming your way? It's pure gold. But only if you treat your dreams like to-do lists, not wish lists you scribble on a napkin and leave forgotten in your junk drawer. So go ahead, make the move, send the message, start the project. The universe is ready when you are. And here's my personal takeaway, Aries. After diving deep into your reading for this week, I'm convinced of this: you, the chosen ones of bold beginnings and fearless action, are perfectly placed in this year of triumph 2025 to make a massive leap forward. But here's the catch, the stars won't do the heavy lifting. They'll clear the path, light the way, and even give you a few cosmic nudges, but they're counting on you to show up. And hey, if you ever catch yourself thinking about locking your soulmate in the basement to make sure they never leave, maybe take a breath, and, I don't know, just invite them to dinner instead. Works better. Trust me. So, Aries, take this message to heart. Life isn't waiting, and neither should you. Jump in, enjoy the ride, embrace the hustle, and most importantly, have fun with it. If this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Zodiac Talks Tarot, where we break down the stars with a little wisdom, a little psychology, and a whole lot of heart.